There is a particular restlessness that many of us carry, a quiet feeling that wherever we are, we should probably be somewhere else. That the right place, the important place, the place where life is really happening, is always just slightly ahead of where we are right now. And so, in subtle ways, we are always on our way somewhere, never fully here, never fully arrived, never completely settled into the moment we are in, because part of us is already leaning toward the next one, the next step, the next version, the next stage of life that we imagine will finally feel right. This restlessness has its uses. It has pushed you forward. It has kept you from settling too easily. It has helped you leave places that were not meant for you. It has kept something alive in you, a belief that more was possible. And that matters. There is something intelligent in that movement, something protective, something that refused to let you stay where you did not belong.
But it has also cost you something. Quietly, gradually. It has cost you the places you were in while you were wishing to be somewhere else. The moments that were real while you were comparing them to imagined ones. The relationships that were present while part of your attention was somewhere else. Thinking about what could be, what should be, what might come next. It has cost you here. And here, as ordinary, unfinished, and imperfect as it may feel, is where your life actually exists. Not in the imagined version, not in the future version, not in the more organized, more beautiful, more certain version that sometimes lives in your mind. Here, in this room, in this day, in this stage that may not feel like much, in this body that carries both exhaustion and possibility, in these people who are here now, not the ones who might arrive later.
In these small, ordinary scenes of your life that may not seem meaningful now, but will one day become part of what you remember. Every memory you will carry forward from this season of your life will have been made here, in the ordinary places, in the conversations that seemed small, in the routines that felt repetitive, in the days that looked like nothing special. That is how it happens. The moments we later cherish rarely look important while we are inside them. They look simple. They look incomplete. They look like something we will move past soon. And yet, that is exactly where life was. That quick coffee, that familiar route, that conversation you almost overlooked, that small moment of laughter, that quiet evening you did not think to hold on to. Life does not always announce itself. Often it arrives quietly, in repetition, in ordinary care, in the unnoticed details, in the spaces we tend to rush through.
And when you are always trying to be somewhere else, you miss it. You miss the texture of your own life. You miss the weight of what is actually here. You miss the depth of what is already happening. You miss the experience of being inside your life instead of moving quickly through it. Because living with the constant sense that you should be elsewhere creates a kind of internal distance. You are here, but not fully. You are present, but divided. You are participating, but not entirely connected. Part of you is always leaving, moving toward the future, toward another version of life, toward a version of yourself that feels more complete, more certain, more alive. But life cannot be lived from there. It can only be lived from here. And that changes everything. Because here is not a lesser place. It is not a waiting room. It is not a temporary space you need to pass through before the real thing begins. Here is where your feet touch the ground.
Where your hands can build something real. Where your voice can be heard. Where the people who matter are actually present. Where your life not the imagined one, not the future one, is unfolding. Now. This is where your choices exist. This is where your actions happen. This is where something can shift. This is where something can be cared for. This is where something can be felt. Not tomorrow, not later, not when everything is clearer. Now. The problem is not that you have dreams. It is not that you imagine a better future. It is not that you want to move forward. All of that is natural. All of that is part of being alive. The problem begins when your attention leaves the present completely, when this moment becomes just something to pass through, when this stage of your life starts to feel like it does not count yet, when you begin to treat what is here as if it were insignificant, simply because it does not yet match what you hoped for. That creates disconnection. You start living in transit through your own life, always moving, always anticipating, always slightly elsewhere. And slowly, the ordinary begins to feel empty, not because it is empty, but because you are never fully inside it. But being inside it matters, more than it seems, because the meaning of a life is not built only through big decisions or major turning points. It is built through presence, through the way you inhabit your days, through whether you allow this moment to matter, through whether you treat this stage as something real enough to receive your attention. You do not need this moment to be perfect in order to be present for it. You do not need everything to be resolved in order to arrive. You do not need clarity about the future in order to be here. You do not need to become a different version of yourself before you can fully enter your own life. You only need to stop telling yourself that you should be somewhere else. And that can be difficult, because the urge to leave is often not about desire, it is about discomfort. You want to be somewhere else because here is uncertain, because here is unfinished, because here contains things you do not yet understand or cannot yet control, because here does not match what you hoped it would be. And of course that is hard. Of course you imagine something else, something clearer, something easier, something more aligned. But even then, this is still the only place where you can actually live. You cannot love from the future. You cannot rest inside an imagined life. You cannot touch what has not arrived. You can only live here. And maybe that is what this moment is asking of you. To stop passing through it. To stop treating it as temporary. To stop calling it incomplete in a way that makes it feel like it does not matter. To actually arrive. To feel where you are. To notice what is here. To recognize that even this, even now, is part of your life. Because there are things that only reveal themselves when you truly arrive. The quiet calm of an ordinary moment. The depth of a relationship that was already in front of you. The subtle beauty of something you would have otherwise missed. The realization that your life was happening here too, not only in what comes next. There is life here. There is meaning here. There is something here that deserves your attention. Not because this moment is everything, not because this is where you will stay forever, but because this is where you are. This is the home of this moment. Not a permanent home, not the only one you will ever have, but the home of this chapter. And a place like that deserves more than to be passed through. It deserves to be lived in. So come back. Come back to this day. Come back to this body. Come back to this conversation. Come back to this version of your life, even if it is not what you imagined. Stop moving through your life as if you are always in transit. Arrive, because as long as you believe you should always be somewhere else, you will keep missing the only place where anything real can touch you, here. And when you truly arrive here, something shifts, not always outside of you, but inside. The urgency softens, the resistance loosens, the moment stops feeling like a bridge. It begins to feel like what it is, a real, living part of your life. And maybe that is what you most need to remember. You do not need to be somewhere else for your life to count. You do not need another stage to feel present.
You do not need a different version of yourself to begin living fully. You only need to be here. Here, where your life exists. Here, where you can breathe. Here, where something real can be felt. Here, where there is still something worth noticing, worth experiencing, worth loving. You don't have to be anywhere else but here. And here, when you truly arrive, is enough. If this message found you at the right moment, leave a like so it can reach more hearts. And if it feels right, share it with someone who may need this reminder too. If you want, tell me in the comments, what part of your life do you need to stop rushing through and truly arrive in? You do not need to be anywhere else but here. And here, when you truly arrive, is enough.